When my wife and I were newlyweds, we moved to Bountiful, and a little while after we were married, we decided we wanted to start our family, and so we had a little baby girl. And my grandparents that live in Texas, far away from us, sent us a letter of congratulations on our baby. In this letter, they mentioned Amos Cook, that was a mayor, and we were like, who is this guy? He was one of our ancestors. But we looked him up, and he was the mayor of Bountiful, the town that we live in, for 2 terms back in the early 1900s. Amos Cook is my great-great-great-grandpa. Amos Cook was born on February 3rd, 1854 in Salt Lake City, Utah. His parents were converts to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and they crossed the plains west to the western United States while Amos Cook's mother was pregnant with him. We looked up where he lived, and it's only a few blocks away from where we live now. It looks almost the same as it did when he was living there. Amos Cook's picture hangs in the Bountiful City Hall. The same tabernacle that he went to church at stands today, and my wife and I go to church there. While we were at church, we happened to notice there was a picture of the very first Relief Society at our church. The Relief Society is a women's organization. We looked at who was featured in that picture, and Amos Cook's wife is one of the women standing in that picture. He was on the city council for years. Obviously, later he was elected as mayor of the city of Bountiful. He raised money for a local monument. He raised money for widows in the community. He greatly supported the elderly. Amos Cook served 2 missions. One of his children died while he was on his mission. Then when he was 73 years old, he went on another LDS mission to California, a 73-year-old. This is what his daughter had to say about Amos Cook. In his spare time, you could always find him reading the scriptures. Amos believed strongly in prayer, and when kneeling for family prayer, he talked to God just like he was in the room and was a beloved friend. Many times he administered to people, and his prayers were answered in their behalf. Amos Cook lived until he was 84 years old. Amos Cook's funeral was held in the Bountiful Tabernacle. I have learned a lot from the narrative of his life. All the stories that are written about him have taught me and given me an example of how I want to live.